Shame.
Cunt!
Shame. Oh. Shame. Shame. Shame.
I actually feel a little bit weird. I wanted to be higher energy because this was a really good episode.
It was. Oh my god.
Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching Hawkeye, Season 1, Episode 5.
Oh, it did have a name, but it's not on IMDb.
The Girl Who Knew Too Much.
Ronin.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Sort of not the best title.
I like how that's become sort of a organic and unofficial segment of our show, is assessing the titles of every episode. We need a ranking just for the title. I love this so much. I don't know how much I have to say. I mean, I have things to say, but it just, so we get Yelena. Mm-hmm. I love her. Mm-hmm. I love her character. I love the casting of Florence Pugh. Yeah. We've said several times that Marvel has done many things good. Yeah. One of which is casting. Excellent.
Very good casting.
Excellent. The way that she is so identifiably A, Black Widow, and B, Natasha's sister, without being a weird clone or copy of...
she's not trying to act like Scarlett Johansson.
She's not doing an impression, and it's just...
And it also makes sense given the storyline in Black Widow, because they didn't actually really grow up together, which is interesting.
She's very funny in that way that very talented actors... It's become a metric of mine, is... It's not so much that I think everything has to be funny, but I love when actors find ways to make things funny.
Well, that's the thing, because real life is not a non-stop horror show of drama. Like, everybody finds moments to laugh, and so that's the reason that, things like The Walking Dead really get on my nerves, because it's like, there's not enough humor. It's like non-stop drudgery all of the time.
But even this scene, we have this scene where she is performing for Kate. Yeah. To the point, but beyond that, because Kate gets irritated, like Kate gets annoyed, and you can tell that it's sort of Yelena's underhanded way of intimidating Kate by being so friendly, by being so kind of affable.
It puts you back on your heels a little. You're off balance. You don't really know what's going on. I get it.
And she just there were parts Florence made a meal, and I'm not talking about the macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. Although, if we're being honest.
It was so good. I was I love, because when I am a fan of boxed macaroni and cheese, there's methods to make it really mwah. Yeah. And at first I was like, ooh, are we going to be dogging boxed macaroni and cheese? And no, both of them were no, it's amazing.
No, it's great. It's so good.
Are you really not hungry? That fight was so long. It's really tasty. Really tasty.
Yeah, I know what boxed mac and cheese tastes like. Okay, I know it's delicious.
It went on for a while, and I just love her intimidation tactics and all that stuff. We opened up with her freeing one of the widows. Yeah. That character has to come back. I can't imagine that.
Well, she was named. Her name was Ava.
Ava?
Yeah. So...
I can't imagine that was solely for giving us
an amazing house.
Sure. But a much appreciated different vantage point of the dusting.
Oh my god. I have chills again. Just thinking about it.
It was so good. Wild. It was so interesting. I somehow didn't see it coming.
Yeah. I guess I wasn't expecting Yelena to have dusted. For whatever reason, that didn't seem like it would have. But I guess otherwise, Natasha might have called her in to help. So I guess it does make sense that she would have. But it was but then having her come back, seeing.
We've been told that it was disorienting. Yeah. But we've never witnessed it from the point of view of the Dusty. Yeah. And it was bizarre.
Well, the coming back specifically. We haven't witnessed anybody come back.
Well, we witnessed Monica Rambeau.
Okay, yes. Yeah, okay.
But, because she goes in and is washing her hands, and, the water gets weird, and then her hands get weird, and it does this, ripple, almost. Yeah. And then she, disappears and then comes back, but then it was, the house peels away. It was very, very strange. Cool. And I loved, because we then had Ava trying to sort of explain to her because that was another, as disorienting as it is for the Dusties, that was something that I think was very interesting, that the people who were present when they came back then had to sort of...
Yeah.
It was traumatizing all around, is what I'm going to say.
For sure.
So it was really very fascinating. It is slightly frustrating for us as a viewer to understand what happened with Clint and Natasha, and then have Yelena, who most of us, I am assuming, be so dead set on a narrative that's not true.
Yeah, so especially because I'm really, really worried that she's gonna kill him in the finale.
It will not be difficult for me to complete this assignment.
I don't really know how they could justify such a thing, since, he has a whole family and he did not kill Natasha, but I also do sort of feel like he's going to offer him up for slaughter, his own self.
I think he might. I don't think they will, because I truly believe that would enrage the fans. I think
it would enrage the fans, and also that would really... I think there's too much possibility for Yelena and Kate going forward, for them to, hang out, and if Yelena actually succeeds in killing Clint, Kate will never... get back. I don't think we'll do it, because like I said, it is all it does is void Natasha's sacrifice. Exactly. Also,
and
yes.
I understand that within the world that's not in the stakes, but as a viewer that is.
Yeah.
And they haven't been that stupid.
I just no, 100% they have not been that stupid. It's one of those things where I need them to just all sit down and be like, this is exactly what happened. It's tearing me up as much as it's tearing you up. No one's happy about the fact that she's dead, but, we need to move forward. We need to have a summit.
It does make me wonder wwho actually knows what went down on Boromir. Boromir's.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, it's Clint.
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know, the guys that were on the dock when he told them all what happened.
I was going to say it's believable.
But two of those are dead.
It's believable Wanda knows, because he had that conversation with her at the end of Endgame. But I don't know. I'm curious. Who knows what and what that information is worth.
Yeah.
Because we also had, and I'm blanking a little bit. I only remember because I wrote down a note. But we had a really good scene with Kate and Eleanor. I really like Eleanor.
I mean, she's absolutely a bad guy. That doesn't mean she's not an interesting character.
As evidenced by the official introduction, or the official reintroduction of Kingpin, it's not as simple as a good guy and a bad guy.
Yeah, but I mean, she is... Kingpin is a bad guy, and Wilson Fisk is a bad guy, and so having her go to him to hire a widow to kill Clint is a lot.
Because when did she do this? Before or after Kate's involvement?
That I don't know. So I don't know what Eleanor's full involvement is, but you would imagine then, because the end of Black Widow is Valentina.
Because I was like, when does Valentina enter the picture?
Next episode, maybe.
From my very limited understanding, I think Valentina is going to be a major power player in Phase 4.
Yeah.
So I am anticipating seeing more of her.
Although she's only been in the one movie. And the one show.
Well, she's been in Falcon and Winter Soldier. She's been in Black Widow. Yeah, so that. But if she's meant to be a major power player, then maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
They are making very strategic points to make Eleanor likable. And that's either to shock us by the betrayal or to make her complicated. And I'm leaning more towards complicated right here.
Yeah, especially because Jack felt like he was too accepting of getting arrested.
I'm telling you, the only Sloane I've ever known was this woman I dated in Palm Beach, and she was an absolute nightmare.
And he was just like, oh, I'm gonna be out in no time, don't even worry about it.
I read that as he was trying to save face.
Maybe. I also don't...
I could believe he's not in on this.
Well, okay, so...
Are you going the opposite?
Potential spoiler alert, I saw something that he is also a person.
Well, everybody is. Kazi is.
In the comics, he's a thing. But him and Hawkeye know each other, from way back. So, I don't know how much they're doing with that, but I would be surprised if he wasn't a little bit involved in something.
Because we also still don't know what the Watch is.
Yeah.
Correct? Or am I overthinking that plot? Because I've been known to overthink.
I don't know what the Watch
plot elements of these shows.
They have mentioned the Watch for 3 episodes in a row, and I don't know what it is, so...
If the big reveal was that Eleanor is the hard villain, I don't think we would have gotten as much as we have making her charming. Now, and granted, some of that is there for Farmiga.
Yeah. Well, they also, you're right, they did have a really nice mother-daughter scene together about how...
And I think she cares. Because we kind of talked about this last week or the week before, where I was like, she genuinely cares about Kate. It's not, performative, or it's not in that Kate is a reflection of herself. Yeah. It's like, I think that this is important to her. So, I also still really like Maya and Kazi.
Yeah.
Although now it appears Kazi is the one who betrayed Maya's father.
Sounds like it. It seems like it. Because Hawkeye went to Maya. He delivered a message in an arrow, which was...
The trick arrows.
Hilarious.
Have been a lot of fun.
And so he was like, meet me where you first met the Ronin. And so she goes, and it's him, and he takes off his mask and everything. And he's like, I wanted you to see who I was and, like, all of this, but you need to know that someone within your organization... hired me to do the hit. Like, I was not, like, it's not personal, it wasn't anything, and so she didn't believe him at first, but then she asked Kazi why he wasn't there that night.
That is one thing that I am, if I am nitpicking anything, I am a little bit annoyed by how many people in this show are part of, like, underground, organized crime, yada yada, but seem to not have a comprehension on Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
Like, how Maya somehow can't seem to fathom that maybe her dad was involved in shady shit.
Well, I think
because she's like, Ronin is evil and killed my dad. I'm like, well, he's an assassin. You should have a grasp on him.
Yeah, I think she knows their dad was into shady stuff because that's how she got involved in the shady stuff.
Sure, but there's a lot of people, again, Yelena, there's a lot of people throwing around words like evil, and I'm like,
Well, also, that's another...
Why are you being obtuse?
I agree with you, because Yelena also said something about... or Kate said collateral damage, and then Yelena was like, is that what my sister was? And I was like, yeah, man.
Which
sucks.
Which comes
yes,
back,
she was.
Which comes back to what story is told? Yeah. What was the official story?
About Widow.
Yeah. And who was told it? I kind of want to know, because it's been made clear that the public knows.
Like, what was the official story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do the public know about that game of chicken? I want to know what it is.
I agree.
So, because, Ronin really let Maya have it and put a button on the fact that he could kill her and didn't.
Yeah.
And she's one note right now, but I can see within her the potential for at least 3 more notes.
Yeah, I mean...
And I would like to move past this, and...
So that would be the thing. I think the only way we would do that if we got a season 2, or if she moved to the movies, but...
And we don't need her, she's not necessary, but I like her more than I think... I like her more than I thought I would. I like her more than I've liked this type of character in other things.
Yeah.
And I like her probably more than other people do, but... Well,
that's the thing, too, is I do think she does have enough nuance to make it interesting. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not just... she is, like, single-minded, but you can tell she's got a lot going on in her head about
and for me, I think Kazi brings an amount of the heavy lifting, where I find them interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have more grills. He is currently...
Dog-sitting.
Hosting Hawkeye and dog-sitting and training Pizza Dog. Mm-hmm. You did tell me that was another thing you read, is that those characters, I guess in particular, Grills and Missy, or Misty?
I think it's Missy, but it was like... Now I don't actually remember. I feel like it was the girl with the bombshell bag, too.
Okay. That they're all... Yeah. I now... Because at first I just wanted them back. And we got that. We got it faster than I thought we would. We got it more than I thought we would. So now I'm scared.
Yeah. Now it's like, ooh, shit.
I don't want to lose Grills. Yeah. I like him. Mm-hmm. And we got... The new outfits are in play. We have not seen them.
Not yet.
But they are there.
Episode 6, we'll see the new outfits.
One more. I love this.
It's too few. I honestly can't have imagined sitting through 10 episodes of Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I think the rest of them should have all been 10 episodes.
Well, even WandaVision was 9.
Whatever.
So it's like maybe 7 or 8. We recently watched something that was like 7. Midnight Mass.
Oh, yes.
So we did say that Kingpin has officially been properly unveiled. Vincent D'Onofrio.
We got a picture of Vincent D'Onofrio.
He's tweeted about it.
So fucking pumped. Like, the most pumped I've been about a Marvel thing since, like, I finished watching season 1 of The Punisher. I'm, like, so pumped about this because it opens the door for all, or, you know,
Some.
It opens the door for all of them. I think we're gonna reasonably get like 5 characters from the Netflix Marvel shows, and one
of them needs to be Karen Page. Everyone's gonna focus on the 4 defenders?
No. I will sell my soul to whomever if it gets me another scene with Karen Page and Frank Castle. It's all I want in the world. It's literally, I could die happy if that happened.
Deborah,
she wants it. They all want to do it. Deborah Ann Wall?
There you go. All I could think of was Deborah Jo Rupp. I was like, that's not it. Deborah Ann Wall is actually such a gifted presence and actress, and I just think we need a few more characters like that are just present in this world
and are not
running around shooting things.
And also just human people. Yeah. We need some more human people. And we are in the minority because the last time we talked about Karen Page, we got mad angry comments.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. People think she sucks and she's horrible. And I couldn't...
Oh, I love Karen.
I want Karen...
She got a little... Okay, my favorite Karen is season 1 Daredevil Karen. Grabbing the gun and shooting the guy in the head.
Well, of course. I think Karen grows, and so, like, I want Karen...
She did do some dumb shit, and, I don't like dumb Karen. But...
I want all the Daredevil people, because I want Foggy, too. I want Foggy and Matt and Karen, and then I want, Frank Castle,
I even want, fuck. What was Foggy's girlfriend, Misty?
No. What the fuck was her name? Marcy.
Yeah. I liked Marcy a lot.
Yeah.
Amy Rutherford does work for Colbert sometimes, and she's fun.
Yeah. So those are the ones that I want. And then anyone after that is just gravy. But I know that I am grasping at straws, and it's not going to be the way it happens, but I want it
We're
so
getting
bad.
Charlie Cox.
Well, we're getting, I mean, that's even something, but I just, like, all I want is to see John Bernthal in a Marvel movie. Can you imagine? I would die.
He's one of them that's either been rumored or confirmed, right?
It is like all but confirmed that Punisher is coming back, but
in some form.
But his deal is that he doesn't want to do a TV show if they're not going to keep it. No. If they're not going to keep it like R-rated.
Oh.
Yeah. And Disney,
I don't know that Marvel's going to do that.
That's exactly. He's like, you can't take away that from him because that's like his whole deal. It can't be like this. It can't be like Hawkeye.
No.
So.
Is there anything else? I feel like there is, but no. Well, we got one more episode, so.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty good. I'm obsessed with the show. It's probably, I really was thinking I was going to come out of all these shows with Loki being my favorite, and it is up there, but this one I think is taking the top spot currently. So, yeah. Well, we'll be back next week. Bye. Ooh, Will didn't push the audio.